Namaste! Namaste, Big Cat! Welcome, or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your daily message or massages. Had to get some more light on the situation. Come in, Big Cat, come on! I've got intel. It's Big Cat Boot Camp today. Come in, come on. Don't be shy. I'm only going to watch straighten out your cranium, put you on the good foot. Namaste. Hey, who's that? I can't see shit without my glasses. Can't see it for you. Let me get my spectacles of truth on. Hey, LaShawn Marshall, glad you could pop in. Julian Foster, CB. Who else is here? Valencia Jones. Is it Gather or Gather? You gathering them all together? Oh, good for them. That 60s chick. Glad you could pop in. Glad to see you all. I've got some intel. I've got my notes. Right? I've got my notes. And I am organized. Well, that's the word on the street. Ha ha! Keep them confused. Who's that? Lala. Hello, Lala. Glad you could pop in. Let's dive in. Get this intel afoot. Okay? Who's that? Jacoranite? Hello? The planetary energies today, Big Cat. Right? The Scorpio Sun and Mars in Libra share a minor aspect with the North Node of Destiny, no less. Which is currently in Gemini. Yes, baby, the planet of lovers, equilibrium, balance. Change, chance, choice. This energy can make us feel as though it's hard to move towards what we want in life. Baby, you better back that off, right? Take it off like a dirty shirt. Put it down, darling. You can do exactly what you want to do once you put your back into it. Focus. Roadblocks and setbacks are possible today. Note to self, this is a moment in time. This, too, shall pass. What's going on? I've got eyelash in my eye. Has it gone? Was it staying to piss me off? Oh, no, it's gone. Right? Mercury in Libra shares a minor frustration with Uranus in Taurus. Tensions can rise and thoughts may be scattered. Scattered thoughts lead to what? Dig dealing, mattress backing, right? Letting in the little fingers. Stand strong in your own beliefs, which will be challenged. Especially if you fear what other people think. Are you mad? I wipe my posterior with other people's opinions. Why? It's like an arsehole. We've all got one. Some are more flatulent than others. Lead with confidence and strength. Always, all days. Who's that? Hey, Patricia. Glad you could pop in. Yes, I matched it up. Look. Yeah, I felt like getting in the blue. Getting a bit of what? Dignity and royalty coming through for you on a Sunday. Anyway, let's get back into what I was saying. Because if I keep the camera on my face, then I'm focusing on me and not focusing on what I've got to say. The Big Cat Boot Camp, darling. It gave you what? A great work ethic. Nothing came easy for you, didn't. Everything was a struggle and a challenge. You had to work more, put out a harder effort, right? This is why you have become more resilient and hardworking. Focused, darling dear. You became creative and a risk taker, no less. Thinking outside the box, using your creativities, looking for your north node. Your superpowers, darling dear. The biggest thing you've got to get over when you come onto this Malkuth, once you get the most important document that you will ever have in your hands is, right, your birth natal chart, you need to find your North Node, because the South Node will speak about your karmic past, the dynamics that you're born into, the comfort zone that you need to jettison from immediately and never look back. The North Node is your superpowers, darling dears. As you came into the Big Cat boot camp, you became more empathetic and compassionate. You know, it's like to be ignored, laughed at, ridiculed. This put you in a position where you decided, you know what? I don't want a lot of friends. No. You realized that when you hung around 5 bottom feeders, guess who was number 6? Those that didn't dare to dream are not living their dreams, living from paycheck to paycheck, waiting for the man to make them rich, when all they've got to focus on is the next bill. No, that paradigm does not, I repeat, fit the Big Cat. You have multiple avenues to break away. I've told you many times where to find the pentacles in your birth natal chart, the second, the 6th and the 10th house. But you can't go there until you've gone through your what? Your Lilith and your Chiron. You need to get them tools so that they can what? Continue to underestimate you while you're winning in silence. As you continue to what? Learn in the Big Cat boot camp. You don't take things for granted. You remember what it's like to be at the bottom, wanting to achieve your goals, feeling as though it's a slippery slope. You didn't give up, even though you had few, meager resources and no support. Those closest to you, they didn't support you. When I was always talking about my spiritual practices with my birth family members, they talked about Obia, witches, right? Dragged me down, pulled me out, laughed at me. When I started my YouTube channel, right? To this day, not one of them support me. They don't. They couldn't care less. But they're watching, darling dears, from the nosebleed section because they can't believe how many facets there is to this particular Big Cat. Why? I shut up, darling dear, when I realized I wasn't being heard. The invisible child. The one that was left at the bottom of the pot with all of this intelligence. I was born curious. I was a born reader. And I've told you many times, my spiritual awakening started in 2005 when I was working at the passport office. One of my colleagues called Adeline came to me and she said, Case. I said, what? She said, Case, have you heard of this guy, David Icke? I said, no. And then I started to read his books. I couldn't read fiction after that. My mind was in squares, circles. It was doing a rodeo. I realized we were living in a matrix. I realized that I could co-create whatever I wanted on this Malkuth, but I had to break out of the toxic, dysfunctional paradigm that I'd found myself in, living in Otherworth. What they saw in me as, oh, I'm just lucky. My path was always guided, but I had to get my cranium straight. I had to realize who I was. Once you realize who you are in this Big Cat boot camp, they can't tell you nothing. They can't tell you nothing. Nothing at all. Are you mad? It's fabulous. Your victories, darling dear, your winning, your accomplishments, your accolades, your certificates are going to feel that much sweeter when you had no help. No support, not even a kind word.
We long to add new pages.
You had to learn to face your failures and still get up the next day with gladness and focus in your heart and in your mind. This is when you win, when you achieve. It's the culmination of a multitude of failures, darling dear. Going from one failure to the next, but taking the lesson, honing that skill, getting your Bushido really on. You have to have something to stand for, darling dears. Otherwise, you'll fall for anything. I did for a long time. But I emancipated myself at the age of 50, half of 100. If I can do it, you can do it, big cat. You can do it. There is no limit. There's no age limit. Right? I need to look you I need to eyeball you so you can understand. There is no age limit to your greatness and what you can achieve. You are limited by paradigms, by bottom feeders that never helped you, that never clapped, that only clapped at your failures. You can achieve anything you want. Know this. I tell you every day. You may not know the full intricacies of what I came through, but I went through it, big cat. And I did it alone. And I still had to what? Get 3 meals a day for the progeny. I still had to be what? The cook, the chauffeur, right? The psychic evaluator, because they went through it too. I had to bring them through. My oldest progeny, I told you, she started her master's in forensic psychology and mental health. My second progeny, my only one son, is on his second year of mechanics. They tried to push him off into hairdressing for the second year. An unfathomable set of circumstances I weren't going to put. You have to fight for them. My third progeny, she's just started secondary school. All of a sudden, I thought I was over the school run. I'm now the dramatics director. Listen, you're always changing your facets. But I notice my work ethic, my never giving up, my leaping when I didn't even know where the stair was. They are doing it too. They are doing it too. And if the biggest achievement you can make is freeing yourself and freeing the minds of your progeny, showing them how to go on this Malkuth, that they can have anything they want, but they've got to believe in themselves. Keep Father God in your heart.
Ready to upgrade your foundation.
Anyway, I think I've digressed enough. We're in the boot camp. We're gonna run down the lineup and see what's going on. We're gonna start at past energy after we call in. Hey, KK, I envy you. I envy you. They envy you. Megan Trainer and all that. Thank you very much for the super chat. Most appreciated. You know I'm going to be buying me melons. They think they're gonna catch me at a low ebb blood or feed me some shit if I go into the wrong domicile. I walk with almonds, melons, right, and instant mocha. You can't trick me. Right, big cats, take a deep breath, breathe with me. Send me the energies of the guidance for this read as we call in the guidance, wisdom, and protection from Father God Most High, Mother Isis. Energies up. Let's dive in, big cats. Let's dive in. Right. Let's get the energy around this because I think we need to clear up some things in some cranium. Somebody's at hockey sticks at dawn, feeling what the tensions of the energies, the planetary energies that's floating about. When you're feeling confused and not knowing what to do, what do? I go for my books, darling. I get into my knowledge. I divert my attentions. There's no time for lack mentality. I told you, this is the time, the age of Aquarius, where we need to wake up as starseed and light workers. We need to connect on a soul level to bring us all through the finish gate. Your ancestral team is relying on you. You've got to be the Flash Gordon in your life. And save your world and build a new one. Right, let's dive in. What's the overall energy? Because my cards, like they like to hide from me, but I found them. Popping up. Somebody didn't respect the process. This is somebody who's disrespectful to the core. We also see the big pentacle on its face. And the 5 candles meaning what? Conflict and change. Someone didn't like the fact that you've changed. Possibly removed yourself from a foundation that was not stable. Didn't have any what? What's the word? Didn't have any what's that word? Gumption? It didn't go with what you had going on, basically. No. This is a disrespectful mother foe. Yes. This person is feeling tucked up at this moment in time. The cranium is bothering them. The pentacale also speaks about what? Mental health, darling dear. But, oh, look. Bothered about what you're building for your self-prosperity, darling dear. Starts in the mind. Conceive, believe, achieve. I tell you this many times. We are big cat professors of the puzzle. Been what? A stripper cat, stripping away the toxic, the toxicity, even the fact that you became toxic being in those environments. You had to face yourself. Sometimes the prosperity comes from knowledge, realizing you're moving from what? Destabilized foundations with a lack mentality. When you give people the gift of your shapely back, law 16 of the 48 laws of power, don't go back. We haven't got the time to time travel. Not with the bottom feeders. Do we get on? No, we've got to go to another deck. Abundance, darling dear, on every level. Look what fell out. Your Chiron, the key to your recovery. You had it all along, Dorothy. Because you're on a destined path. I told you your ancestral team is bringing the balance, the yin and the yang, guiding you to your prosperity. Prosperity comes in many forms. Knowledge, right? Your health. The help makes you meet along the way the true supporters, because as you continue in your big cat boot camp, right, you will get supporters that are going to raise you up. Why? Because you came through as the underdog. You came out of nowhere and found yourself somewhere, bucked up on all these shiny stuff that these critters are what? Eye fucking blood. They're eye fucking it. This calls for another. We've got to go with 4 today, guys. Because I haven't got the patience. I told you. This card stand likes to mess with me big time. Recovery, darling dear. Your Chiron. Again, this is pointing you to go to your birth natal chart. Find out where your Chiron is. Because somebody's going through it. They're feeling the loss of you. The bittersweetness of it all, darling dear. This also speaks about what possibly, I see a birthday cake. Could be to do with some kind of birthday. They're going to come into contact with you. And it's really going to cut them to the core. Can't get into your energies, eh? Not interested, eh? 2 of these, 1 of those. What did you say? Love and light. Yes, baby, let them eat that Zemblanic pie. Rock Pogitus is a disease and highly contagious. You're on your purpose. You came from what? South node to north node. Destined, guided. This is like the Wheel of Fortune, darling dear. They're watching you go round, and you're not getting off this particular ride. It's speeding up, darling dears. As I sip my mocha, because I ain't getting smoke blood. I ain't got time for that F shit. I've got things to be getting on with. I've got lace fronts that I have to wash. Look, you've made me tell something what I'm going to do today. Why are you being so mean to me? You know I like to shut up, right? Let's get this camera straight so you can see what's going on. I need a deck. I'm gonna go with this. Base of the deck. Strong in them streets, darling dear. Don't allow yourself to be slipped off your flip-flop. It's bottom feeders trying to drag you back into F shit. F shit, right? Look what's underneath that. The trickery of it all. Judas in a Peter suit. Whomsoever is trying to bring you back into this paradigm is trying to put you back in other worth. Right? I told you, Brock Pocketus is highly contagious. This is about removing yourself. Somebody's going to be moving during the winter months. This also speaks about what? That somebody's going to be invited to a party. Don't go to this party because you are going to be feeling like the odd one out. You're being invited so that you can be ignored. Don't go. Be strong. Don't go. I wouldn't. Are you mad? Are you mad? Come off of my mountain. I told you I live on a mountain. Oh, hell no. It's so hot in here. I've got the central heating on and I'm sweating like a field hand. Right. We need to see the past energy around the big cat. These cards is not having it and I don't like it. This is a lot of confusion. And we don't lead with the confusion. The past energy was free in your mind, darling. The base of the deck, 8 of Swords. This is about you what? Moving away from those ruminating thoughts. Some of you was actually released from prison. What's that? The prison of lack, darling dear. Lies, subterfuge, something came clear. You didn't like it. What you saw, what you learned. Past energy, mental freedom. Bob Marley said it so wonderfully. You must emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Posh, clap. Sometimes you are enslaved by your own damn. Your mind can be wicked. I call it the devil mind, the conscious mind. It's the subconscious you need to work with. Past energy around the big cat. Before they enter the boot camp. Right? Oh. Listen. Look at all of these cards. Upside down, turned around. This is outrageous. We've got the Knight of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Yes, it was a coupling, but somebody was being overindulgent in themselves, self-love. This is a situation that you simply had to isolate yourself from. This is the gathering of information, intel. You was dealing with somebody who was emotionally cold, highly hypercritical. Why? Because they couldn't, how can I put it? As I said, they underestimated your intellect, the fact that you'd actually cut them off and leave. They didn't think you'd go. This is past energy, darling. They thought you'd stay there and be fucked over for all eternity. Imagine that. Right? And I don't know why all these cards are spinning. What's this cup of self-love that you had to drink off? Right? Past energy. Yes, baby, it was justified. Libra energy coming through. In some cases, right, the Queen of Swords is somebody who's gone for a divorce, left that person, right, on paper. Balancing out. It was a season of resolutions when you realized yourself started to pour into yourself, darling dears. Yes. Seeing your ships come in. This is about you what? Focusing on your bag, your creativity. This is what the Wands is all about. Your work ethic, putting your back into it with little or no support. I told you, you had to continually pour into yourself in order to what? Jettison yourself into the winning position. In silence, I might add. I've already told you. Not everybody's happy for you, darling dear, to win. Base of the deck. Look at this shit. You blocked off the troubles and issues. Well, whomsoever was trying to run through you, right? This also speaks about legal papers. Somebody, you put a muzzle on someone. Someone who's has a vicious tongue. Evil and spiteful. They had to shut up. This also speaks about someone who used to freely, right? Used to bandy words around. Words of other worth, right? You muzzled that person legally. Because you didn't see it for you in your future. When you boss up, darling dear, the toxic and the toxicity have to be muzzled. And in some cases, sent to the short spiritual bus to get straight to 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue, 2 streets over from the loser lane, in the village of the damned. Yes! You have to focus on your prize. This is about having the the strength, the fortitude, using creativities that you didn't know you had. The Libra energy in the upright, I might add. This is bringing about what? Resolution and freedoms for you. It also speaks about a painful ending. Somebody's taken to their cups, mate. They're living on the hopium, darling dear. Possibly hoping that you'll come back to be fucked over again, blood. Sorry, I didn't mean to lose it. But you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you just got to feel me. Base of the deck, as I said. Whomsoever this person was, they're repeating a lot of negative cycles, darling. They're negative to the core. They gambled on the big cat. Thought you'd put up with their if shit forever. They've been stopped in their tracks, mate. You found self-worth along the way. This also speaks about being in a situation with somebody who gave to many. This is why you had to divorce yourself. You thought it was, you thunk. It was a divine partnership. No. Because if you go into a situation and you're already in lack, right? Because they see something in you that you are not protecting. That's how they get in, these critters. Queen of Swords, please clarify it. Yeah, the situation wasn't working for you, blood. Didn't go with what you had going on. You couldn't focus. It was affecting your health, your mind. Pentacali is about your money and your mind, darling dear. You started to be hypercritical about yourself and what you could actually bring to the table in that situation. Yes, you cut out the love thing. It didn't work for you. No balance in the situation. The Gemini energy on its face, darling dears. This was a conflicting, disharmonious situation. You didn't feel connected. A destructive relation. You had to end that shit, right? And you was cold. You was cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. They didn't think you had it in you. Look, I can't make it up. 8 of Cups. You capped your emotional to that situation. Put on that red cloak of wisdom and headed out. Yes, baby. Matthew 10:14. You dusted off your sandals and got on. Look what's behind that, Queen of Swords. I can't make it up. It was below your intellectual pay grade. Nothing you said was appreciated. This King of Swords is somebody, right? Yeah, they could be intelligent with manipulation, because this one's holding on to a chicken head. This is in the After Tarot deck. This person thought they could manipulate the situation and you'd allow it to be in a threesome, or for them to keep putting others before you. How now, brown cow, you said. This goes to 2 of Swords, darling dear. You cut that shit out. You put your emotionals aside. Moved on towards a big Pentacali. Return to health. Multiple streams of income, a new job, a new home, a new chariot of righteousness. Being engaged and engaging whatever you found, right? As you sat back and critically thought about the situation. Realize that what? Your love is too unique and special to be abused. You gave unto self. Base of the deck was solo dolo, like the girls on the pole. Learned how to manage your responsibilities. This also speaks about the new beginning that you walk towards as the Queen of Swords, darling dear. This is the help that you did not get in the background when you was baking your bread, darling dear. Who was there for you? I'll wait. Okay. Yes. Who was there for you when you was baking the bread? This goes to 7 of Pentacali, darling dears. In the upright, I might add. This is about what? Being rewarded for your work ethic. Working into the night like a field hand. This also speaks about what? Planning, as well as reaping the benefits of the rewards you co-created in the name of Father God Most High. Some of you was left out in the cold with your progeny because you listen, some people are so wicked. When you're done with them, they're done with the children. There's no guidance. They didn't even try. This is why you continue to what? Rebirth yourself on a regular basis. Law 25 of the 48 laws of power. It also speaks about the death of somebody. This is a male figure. This person's going in for an operation, and they're not coming back, mate. They're not even telling you the severity of why they was getting the operation. My condolences. Let's get some more intel. Get another deck. Base of the deck, emotional fulfillment, recovery, darling. There's nothing like getting your Chiron back on track. What else do you need to know going forward in this boot camp? More intel for the big cat. Thank you. Somebody's heartbroken about you preceding somebody who betrayed you, or about the betrayal, right? Yes, baby. Somebody's crying like a mitch into their fist. Look at this. Right next to the bittersweet, everything lines up in the readings, darling dear. That's the energy that's causing confusion, causing you to be a bit scatterbrained. You better smack yourself across the face and let's get back on track. I don't like breaking up with you, big cat. We're friends, right? Here's the pinky to keep it up. Yeah. Somebody's feeling disappointed and disillusioned. The fact that you found Two of Cups. You messed around and found love from within. You didn't like it. Feeling remorse of what was yesterday. Look at this. Because you're strong around here. This is the wounded warrior. You've been through a thing or two. And you still have the strength and fortitude to go on. In the background, darling dears, we have what? A waxing gibbous moon. This talks about refining and honing your skills, lining them up with the universe. This is about you what? Paying diligence, due diligence to the unseen, Father God Most High. This is also about you being vigilant, darling dear, right? Moving away from what? Those Debbie Downers, those that come with what? A story of woes, what happened to them. Yeah, it happened to them. Things happened to us. What did you do about it? You ain't having it, mate. You're vigilant. You're keeping them at 60 feet. You understand, misery loves company. You got big cat things to be getting on with. What about the crying cries in the background that we didn't care about? OMG, look at this shit. They're missing you, looking at your pictures. Some of them want to come through with a gift, possibly the gift that keeps on giving. You better be vigilant. Guard your Fatum and Punani for what? Skullduggeration and what? A marauder or two. They're looking at old stuff. Someone from the past is very upset. This goes to 8 of Cups. Emotionally didn't want to move on from a situation. Didn't want you to emotionally move on, big cat. Oh, 8 of Wands. Oh, well, sucks to be them. You've chose to go. And in a hurry. This also speaks about incoming, darling dear. Expect some incoming communication. I told you they've been looking at your pictures. They're also looking at a situation because wherever they went, they've got to be vigilant, darling dear. It's Heartbreak Hotel. Hearts are being broken. Lies are being told. Right? And they have to cry quietly. Why are they crying quietly? Because they're in a third-party situation that they chose. Cry quietly into your fist. All that glitters ain't gold, eh? Temperance and the 7 of Pentacles. This is again your ancestral team pushing you to continue to what? Save your Pentacles. This is also what? Making wise investments because this is long-term benefit. We've already saw the 7 of Pentacles come together. Temperance, the Sagittarius energy in the upright. This is about your balance and your purpose. Divine wants you to also what? Be better with your time management. It also speaks about what? A secret admirer. Somebody wants to come and sow their seeds with you. Oh God, that takes immediate investigation. Let's move the darkness over there, the scourge, right? Who wants to invest? Who is this secret admirer? Only one touched me. Oh. If you want one to touch you, let it be the King of Pentacles, God, darling dears. The King of Pentacles. Somebody's coming to invest in you. This goes to Eight of Pentacles. It's a well-deserved reward. Look what's sticking out. You went from the King and Queen of Swords to the King and Queen of Pentacles. Someone's going into union, darling dear. This is marriage material. Somebody's checking you out on the quiet. What we want to know, what kind of checkout is it? Is it in a duct tape kind of a chloroform way? Please tell us, Spirit. We've got a cheater and a liar. No. We've got the World card and God here as well. This is about you what? Being unnecessary in your cranium. This is allowing you to let past situations still bleed into your present circumstances. Bebe, brah, sistrine, I told you. We're in Big Cat Boot Camp. This also again speaks to that lying liar that would love to come through. This person is mentally caught up in their cranium about you, thinking about yesteryear and what was. Divine told you to pack it in. You've ended a situation, divinely guided to move away. Trust in the process. This also speaks about what? Some of you are moving towards a more stable foundation. This talks about marriage, darling dear. A marriage of minds. Someone matching your gangster that comes with their own things. This person may be an entrepreneur. I'm here in stock markets. This person is quietly wealthy. And prosperity comes in all forms, darling dears. Someone who's been put on your destined path, who's gone through their own recovery journey. The King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. What's this? Oh yes, the World card. A new beginning, darling dear. Possibly a pregnancy involved. It also speaks about the World Wide Web. You're going to be meeting this person over the internet. What did you say, Catfish? Listen! Didn't we just tell you to what? Stop putting yourself at hockey sticks and done. You've got to what? Lead with your third eye. Lead with your third eye. The sword also speaks about communication as well as getting intel. Google is your friend. You can research. Stop being worried because what you focus on will grow. Don't create more bittersweet and trickery where there's none. Find out certain things. See what's going on in people's past. Listen to how they speak about their ex-partner. If they're out there blaming and shaming, they did this and they did this, that, and this and that. Listen, look at the source blood. You're only getting one document, one intel. There's 3 sides to every tale. Got to bring up love oracle, romance oracle. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. What about this King of Pentacles? Mean to trust this process, a new beginning. The King of Pentacles could also represent sponsorship, vacative, some kind of a new deal that's going to take whatever your multiple streams of income, where you've directed your creativities towards. Yes, baby. It's going to give you the opportunity to what? Be playful. There's a you see, the thing is, when you understand your gangster and you start to earn your own pentacles, your mind shift changes from one of need into one of wants. You're going to be able to be playful with the pentacles you have coming towards you. What's this? This is outrageous. Somebody's gonna go have a minor house fire. Did you see this just slip over and fall onto the flame? Yeah, they're going for everything, mate. This talks about insurance. They're trying to get insurance. Insurance for what? Let me split it. Head over heart decision. Decision that they made. Be careful of who's trying to get an insurance policy on you, darling dear. They don't want you to make it to the final gate, right, of your own accord. Be careful with that, right? This is someone that you're going to be able to speak to, darling dear, heart-to-heart conversations. Full-on attraction on every level. Listen, you have to get me in my cranium, darling dear. Listen, I've got no time to put up with stupid people. Right? What did I say? Romantic feelings in the reverse. Got no time for that foolishness. This fight is gonna burn down my scarred space. Right? Let's carry on, darling dears. We want to know what an ultimate message I can give for you today, for you to move forward, and then we're out of here. Treasure Island, darling dear. Be prepared for an upgrade. We've also got the energy of the 9, the Virgo and Hermit energy. The isolation, self-improvement, as you what? Honed your skills as the underestimated, as the underdog is going to bring you, right, to your treasure island, your new beginning, whatever that is for you. This is about you what? Tapping into your creativities, focusing on them. The 2nd, the 6th and the 10th house will show you how to hone your skills and turn it into a business. I kid you not. Base of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune, Destiny and Fate. This is also the Star card. A miracle is afoot, darling dear. Embrace it. It's yours. It's a gift from the universe. Know yourself always, darling dear. Know your worth. Anything you need to know, you go within, darling dear. How does it feel in your solar plexus? Sleep on it. Pray on it. Base of the deck. Right. This is not the time for you to be sleeping on yourself. This is the time where you continue to focus and continue to what? Go after everything, darling dear. Everything. Split the deck. Let the watchers watch. They're always going to be watching from the nosebleed section, right? But no matter how much they stare and peep at what you've got going on, darling dear, they can't quite be you, just like Luther Vandross's girl. It won't quite make it. They're going to get their echopraxicon. They're going to try and copy everything because they're trying to copy me. There's so many readers out there that's trying to copy me. They want to be me. They want to be me. I sound like the gingerbread man in Shrek. Yes, baby. Notice, oh, somebody's got a nose problem, eh? Got a sugar booger. Please excuse that. I don't know where that came from, but as I was saying, they want to copy you, mate, but they can't quite make it. They will always be 10 steps behind. You are unique, and anything outside of you is just a watered down version. What? Leave them on their hamster wheel where they need to be at the back. Somebody's got to clap. Let it be them as they clap their hand over their head as they realize what they really lost in you. Yeah. Right. Let's get a Making Magic Oracle card. Did I pull a rune today? No, I didn't. We're not going with the runes today. Oh, this one came straight off. Right. Abracadabra. Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. This is a sigil. Draw it. Keep it with you for 7 days, 7 nights, darling dears. Continue to claim dominion over yourself. What? We've got spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and your guides. This is also a sigil, darling dear. You are protected and you are guided and you've got purpose. And it doesn't matter if those that were meant to clap for you didn't clap. F them, right? Because their mouths are going to be shut and their eyes will be open when you open up to the true, gorgeous, lovely fabulousness of you, darling dear. Dive into you. Dive into you. On that note, I dropped me mic. I've got things to do, blood. But I'm coming back with the live reads in about 2 hours. So if you want to get a live read, come back in 2 hours time. I'm not telling you what I've got to do. It's got a lot to do with minding my own business, blood. Yes. As I was saying, if you require a more personal in-depth read from me, please email me at frequencyphoenix555@gmail.com. Toddler to Teesprings, where I have a plethora of paraphernalia that will surely titillate your fancy, or take the hop, skip and jump to the Patreon, where you will have access to all the extended reads. I feel a bit cut off. That's better. And as I always say, don't get smoked. Don't smoke yourself. The underdog, love it. Underestimated, do it. I love it. That's where I work the best, darling dear. And when they isolate you and don't support you, darling dears, it's all the better, because you can fail your way to the top. Fail your way to success, big cat. That's the ready for the Big Cat Boot Camp. Anyway, anytime I've got lashes on, my eyes are always at half mast, but me see everything. And what I don't see with these eyes, I see with this one. Discernment and intuition at all times. What's I about to say? From the ashes, baby! Namaste! Cat, cat! Cat, cat! See you in 2 hours for the live reads, darling dears.